John, another win. You're now 2 points back of the top six. A win over Melbourne Victory, which I know is important for this club and what it's trying to be. What was your summation of the side's performance?
I thought that we had a good first half. We controlled the game with and without the ball. We created some good openings, and then we deserved the lead. And then in the second half, that free kick gave them a real lift and gave the fans a lift. And when that happens, then they've got a lot of support here, good support. It's they believe that they could end up going on and rolling all over us. So we had to show that resilience and that we have showed over the last couple of weeks. And when we had to defend, we defended well. And then we picked our moments when we could go forward, and we scored another good goal. So then after that, I thought we're comfortable again. And it's a big win. It's a really big win. Not only in the context of the season for us, but also it's a local derby and a rivalry that we've created over the last few years. And it gives us, we're on a bit of a run now, so we have to make sure that we recover well, and we've got a tough game in Brisbane next week.
I'll ask about the goal scorers in a minute, but first on that defence, especially Tamaki throughout that game, he felt very clean, very professional with what he was doing. A lot of the ball coming down his side, but felt like weren't really threatened as long as they were going at him.
Yeah, look, I thought that we dealt with, they tried to play some balls in behind us, and we dealt with that quite well. Then, we have to be aware of the second balls because, when they're going long, they've got players underneath the second ball. So then it's important our midfielders are in good areas. And I thought, the majority of our back four were very good. All of them were very good. Benny Garuccio is showing again, now that he's back, he's starting to find his legs, and he was exceptional. Also that forward defending, making it hard for the winger to get time and space on the ball, because their wingers are good. Their wingers can hurt you, and then when you give them space, they can actually run at you and take you into the box. And but we dealt with that pretty well over the full game.
Starting Priya and Botic up front today, they've both scored, so that's one good thing, but you could see they were combining with each other. Alex knocking balls around the corner for Noah to run onto. They were talking to each other. Last season you had a lot of success towards the end of the campaign with Alex combining with Dylan all the way to a championship. Do you feel as though this is now a combination, these two, that can really find another level as the season goes on?
Hopefully. You want to play players that you believe are going to win you the football game, and that you believe that are in form and that training well and look good and have that hunger, and that's the reason why I went with Noah and Alex, because I felt that Noah's been exceptional, not only the last few games, but in training you can see he's got this real confidence. So that's the reason why we started that way. We believe that we could cause Melbourne Victory problems with two strikers, especially around the penalty area. But it also depends. We know that Noel's going away in a week. So how's he going to come back? I don't know. So I don't want to say this is the way we're going to end up for the rest of the season, because we just don't know. But also the players around them helped. Payne again, setting up goals was exceptional. He's now got quite a few assists to his name. He's a constant threat. Forward runs, and now he's finding that. I think this is probably his best season in terms of assists. So, and it helps when you got strikers in the box that want to score goals, and they do want to score goals.
So I feel like you've got a bit of a wealth of riches compared to the start of the season, where Alex was dealing with that toe situation. Noah wasn't really even in the frame, I think, off the top of my head. Dia was injured. Does it feel like you're actually going into your own a bit here?
Look, we didn't want to harp on about it too much, but we had a lot of injuries, throughout the squad, throughout the majority of the season, and now we're starting to. I think that's the first time for a long time that we've got our back four. That was the back four the majority of last season. And so, that helps. And then, it helps that now Alex is getting, games again. And Noah, we're getting a fit squad. And, we've still got a few players to come back in. But, like I mentioned last week, it doesn't only help us, in games, it helps us in training, because, the intensity and the competition for places is there. And so players are fighting for spots, and And so then it automatically makes it easier when you play games because they're ready for that level. So it's good to have everyone back, nearly everyone, but we still want to try and keep them as fresh and fit as possible to the end of the season.
Just on one moment, in the lead up to that first goal, Ben Gariccio, he had sort of back-to-back efforts where he pinched the ball off Brillante and then I think got between Guerrier and Chapman. He had to push through two to force the ball forward for Connor to run onto. How big is a moment like that? I know when you have leading towards finals runs or championships, having one player just do those sort of second efforts.
Yeah, and we saw that with Benny a lot last season, and that's what Benny has got. He's got that the forward defending. He wants to win the balls. It's not only the tackles. It's trying to make sure that he's reading the flight of the ball, that he can go intercept it, and then it takes you on the front foot straight away. And then it's really important. Rizzo's got the same mentality as Benny, that they're very aggressive in that way, defending on the front foot, and it does give the players around them a big lift when they can do that.
Just there's obviously been a lot of hype around Noah, but he obviously scored again tonight. Just seems to be really handling all the external pressure anyway, really in his stride. Can you just give a bit of an insight into his mentality as a young kid? Just seems to be not phasing him.
Yeah, look, he doesn't seem to phase him because he just focuses on the process of training well, improving as a player. The outside noise is there, but that will always be there especially when you're a striker. And he's got players around him that can help him with it. He's got Prijovic that's got a world of experience. He's wealth of experience. He's been around for a long time, played in many different leagues. He's got Diamante that can help him. He's got a lot of players around that can take the pressure off of him. And I'm sure that they speak about certain things in the change room. All I can do is try and guide him through, what's to come. Because, look, it's this when you're in a rich vein of scoring. Normally, it feels like you're going to score every touch you get. But we know that at some point it might not happen, and it's how we help him with that.
You mentioned, so just I guess obviously Noah re-signs, you re-sign. Three wins in a row for the first time in over 12 months. Do you really feel like, not just on field, just as the club, there's just some serious momentum growing? As Joey said, you're only 2 points outside the top six now, heading into the final stretch.
Yeah, look, we have to be careful with, what we're trying to achieve as a football club. We want success. We're very ambitious. But I think it's also showing, that when things aren't going well, that we remain, calm and supportive, and that we've got a good culture. I spoke about this all season. It's easy to say you've got a good culture when you're winning. We've had to show it this year when things haven't gone our way, and not point fingers and not have that in-house fighting, and we've been able to do that, and this, with myself signing, with Noah re-signing, I think it shows stability to not only the people that work within the club, but our fans who were great tonight, and what we're all about as a football club, because results can come and go. But we need to create and build that base. Once you've got that base, then things will start to, you'll get sustained success. So we want more success, yes, but we're building and we're on a journey, and this is part of it.
And do you feel, what you did last year, did that sort of give you, even if you fall into the top six, you can pretty much, you got the experience to, what to do to go all the way?
I felt through the experiences of my whole coaching career that I've been able to deal with certain situations, and you learn from it. And you have to keep on evolving, obviously. But it's funny because when you're losing, there's a lot of people that question you, which is normal. There's a lot of opinions out there, which is normal. But we know inside what we're trying to achieve and what we're trying to do, and the setbacks that we might be having. So that's the reason why I say to remain calm and not to get too carried away with the outside noise. And it's also when you're winning. Don't get too carried away, really important, great learnings because our club's still young, so a lot of them are learning that. I've been lucky enough to be involved in the game for a long, long time, in relegation battles, in championship winning sides, so I've seen a little bit.
Sorry, John, just checking, no injuries tonight? You managed to dodge that?
No injuries.
Happy days.
Touch wood. Thank you.
Thanks.